I go downstairs and book us together in a room.
Book us into the room. We book us into the room. If you booked me, you, and Greg, book us into the room. They legally booked us into the room. So I book us into the room about this, and they booked us into the room. But they book us into the room. We would like us to book us into the room. We want to get a room together into the room. And he says, I booked us into the room together. Well, you booked me into a room. Pat, come on in. We'll book us into the room. 19 moved to the left, book it into the room. We'll book us into the room. And he agreed to book us into the room. When you could take somebody into the room. I booked us into the room together. You either spend 6 months in the room, maybe even book us into the room. Book us into the room. And we book us into the room. Back up to another room, right into the next room. Don't try to hold it and book us into the room. Greg, and we book us into the room. We all book us into the room. If they could, I was going to book us into the room. Book us into the courtroom. That's why they'd never take you into the room. We come in the room, but you're in a room. Book us into the room, in a room somewhere. Even we're on the. Listen. Oh, it's a bad time. There's a lot of it. I don't. What the hell's wrong with me? Sorry, you'd have Ivan Espinosa, imagine thing that's ever three Reddit or have certain that's they're gonna have just she shows up at the glass and does her way and they do little dances. Well, there's a little old lady and a little old man finishing up their creme brulee. Get them out of here. I'm Patrick Mahomes' brother. You want me to go on my social media and say this place had cockroaches in the soup? There's cockroaches in the soup. No, we'll clear. Little old lady and man, get out. Get your ass out. Patrick Mahomes' brother coming in. Just somebody to go with their trash. I'd sit behind giant trash trucks. Well, you got food out. Oh, good. I'll shove it in my mouth. Like you play with yourself 25 times a day with Jello pudding pops or whatever. Hot dog. Like a bright boy. No creativity in Hollywood. You asshole. Let me tell you about the Big Bang. The plane. The migrant plane. What you got in there that's any good? French fried potatoes? Oh, so below. That's it's always garbled bullshit idea. Do I sound crazy to you? Channel aluminum, barium, strontium, barium, aluminum. When you're caught, you will know. Take your magenta status and shove it up your magenta ass. There ain't nothing there, Lieutenant. Why don't he write? Tony, if you're listening, I have officially lost my mind, and I really do hope you contact my father.